What is going on, everyone? This is another edition of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, as I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions of college basketball games throughout the season, the regular season, and all the way in through the conference tournament and into March Madness. And today we have another one of those teams destined for the March Madness tournament, as we got a top 25 team and we got an American Conference Division showdown today with the Houston Cougars, number 17, ranked in the nation, playing at home tonight as they're hosting the East Carolina Pirates. East Carolina with a record of 8-9, 1-4 in the American, towards the bottom half of the American Conference. They're ranked. They have yet to win a game this season on the road, as they're 0-6 away from home at East Carolina. But first, let's go over the Houston Cougars, ranked 17th in the nation, 18-1 overall in the season. We got tip-off in a couple minutes here from Houston, as I'll go over some info of both of the teams before we get started. Houston's 5-1 in the American, 14-0 at home, and they have a 3-game winning streak as well. The only loss this season for the Houston Cougars was at Temple 2 weeks ago, back on January 9th. They lost 73-69 against the Temple Owls. Now, Houston right now, even with that 18-1 record, they're still tied for the American Conference lead currently in the standings. And they're tied with Cincinnati, as the Bearcats is also 5-1 in conference play. Cincinnati has a record of 16-3 on the season. But today we have to talk about the 14-0 home game winning streak this season. They're 14-0 at home for Houston, but also Houston currently has a 28-game winning streak they're coming into tonight at home, which is the longest active home winning streak in the nation for the Houston Cougars. Now, if Houston wins today, they'll move that winning streak to 29 in a row, and that current Cougars winning streak will tie for the fourth largest home winning streak in school history. As we look at a milestone to watch for tonight for the Houston Cougars, it will be Galen Robinson Jr., the point guard for Houston. He's third right now in the American Conference in assists per game. He's averaging around 5.3 assists per game. He only needs 4 more assists tonight to become the 6th player in Houston history to have more than 500 assists during his career here as a Houston Cougar. And the key for the game tonight, if Houston wants to come home and get their 29th win in a row, well, it's got to be that defense, and they've been strong in that category all season long. Houston ranks 6th in the nation right now in scoring defense. They only allow 60.5 points per game, and they're second in the nation behind Texas Tech currently in shooting percentage defense. They only allow opponents to 36.4 shooting percentage so far this season. Houston, they also rank 3rd in the nation in three-point shooting defense. They only allow opponents to shoot about 26.7% from behind the arc. If you look to the key player tonight for the Houston Cougars that could make a difference in this game, well, it's got to be Corey Davis Jr. He's 12th in the conference. He has a 15.2 points per game average right now that he averages per game, and he also leads the conference in the American in free throw percentage, converting on 91.8% of his shots from the line. As we look to the opponents coming in here they haven't won this season, lost all 6 games on the road for the East Carolina Pirates this season, as also they have a 3-game losing streak. They're coming in to Houston, as East Carolina's taken on all teams in the top half of the American Conference, so they haven't played a single team in the bottom of the conference. So they haven't played Tulane or Tulsa inside the bottom half, UConn, South Florida. So they haven't played those teams yet, as East Carolina in their conference losses have come against Memphis, Central Florida, Temple, and SMU. Temple was the team to knock off Houston, the only team so far to beat Houston this season. But you look to that win. The only loss that Cincinnati has in conference play was against East Carolina, as East Carolina beat Cincinnati at home 73-71. So the Bearcats have a record right now 16-3 overall, 5-1 in the conference, as that was the only game they dropped to on January 5th against the Pirates. We look to the key player today for East Carolina, and that's going to be the freshman forward, Jaden Gardner, as he's first in the American in average points per game this season. He averages around 19.8 points per game. He's second in the American in rebounding percentage, as he averages around 9.4 rebounds per game, and he's also fourth in the conference in shooting percentage. So Jaden Gardner hitting on three categories here with points per game, rebounding per game, and shooting percentage. Shooting percentage, Gardner converts on 54.9 of his shots from the field, as we're almost ready to get started here. Jaden Gardner, in his last game, he had 27 points for the Pirates and 8 rebounds. That was against Temple, but they lost that game 85-74 last Wednesday. And also, Jaden Gardner, he had a career high 35 points and what about this? 20 rebounds. That was on January 13th against Central Florida. So he had 35 points, 20 rebounds against UCF that game, as Gardner so far this season for the Pirates has scored 27 or more points in 6 games so far this season. If East Carolina wants to beat Houston, then they really need to up their three-point shooting percentage and three-pointers converting from behind the arc, as right now this stat coming in, East Carolina almost ranks dead last in the nation in three-pointers made this season. They rank 348th out of 353 teams right now in college basketball in three-pointers made from behind the arc for the Pirates. And East Carolina, out of 302 attempts from behind the arc, they've only made 84 three-pointers this season. So a little bit of info on both of the teams. We'll see who comes out victorious tonight, if it can be the Houston Cougars at home, coming in with all the momentum, riding a 3-game winning streak, 18-1 on the season, and riding a 28-game home winning streak, the largest home winning streak right now in the nation, as we could have a milestone tonight. That's for sure. But we're almost ready to tip the ball off, getting closer to tip-off here. And looks like it's about to go down here with a tip-off. So Houston at home at the Fertitta Center, the white and red jerseys. East Carolina in the purple and yellow jerseys. We're about to go tip off here. And 1947 left as the stream just broke up. Houston got the tip off, but it looks like the ball was turned over with it. So now we're finally back on the stream, and 1946 left in the first. So East Carolina has the ball. 0-0 right now. This game's just getting started. So the Pirates with the ball at the top of the key, as it looks like it's Jaden Gardner with it. Passes it off to Sean Williams. Tries to feed it inside. Now Gardner with the ball now, dribbling around the court, and now they're passing around the outside perimeter with it's KJ Davis with the ball. Dribbling inside. It's Gardner. Gardner double team, looks, passes it out. 3-pointer, and that one rims out for the Pirates. We got a foul on the play. It looks like it's a foul by East Carolina. So Houston will get the ball back with 19:16 left in this one. Houston inbounds, trying to look for their first points of the game. Taken past the timeline. This is Robinson with the ball at the top of the key for the Cougars. Passes it off right wing with Corey Davis Jr. Davis dribbles it out from behind the three-point line, and now he throws it into Breon Brady, as Brady is stripped of the ball with a reach-in foul on the play committed by the Pirates. So it looks like Seth Leday will pick up the foul for East Carolina. Houston will inbound pass the ball again. So Robinson the inbound pass it, and 3 taken from the right wing, and it goes down for Amani Brooks for this one. Hits his first shot from the outside, and Houston's up 3-0. 38% from three-point range for Amani Brooks. He gets the shot to go, and Houston's up 3-0, 18:42 left in the first. East Carolina passing the ball around the perimeter. As this is Isaac Fleming with it, and he feeds it down low to Gardner. Gardner in the key looking. He looks outside, top of the key three, and no, it rims out off the top of the backboard by the Pirates. Rebounded by Houston. Trying to drive up, and he dribbles to the left wing now with it. Robinson passes it off to Brooks, and back to Robinson with the ball. Robinson setting up the offense for Houston at the top of the key, and now to the right wing. Top of the key for Robinson. Passes it off to the right wing with Corey Davis Jr. with it. For the Bearcats with 10 on the shot clock. Davis looking at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Robinson. Lots of perimeter passing outside. 4 on the shot clock. Deep three, top of the key, and it's airballed, and shot clock violation by the Cougars, as the three-pointer fell short of the rim and did not hit the rim at all. So it'll result in a shot clock violation for Houston. It'll be a turnover back to East Carolina. We got 17:55 left in the first. The Pirates have the ball taken past the timeline. This is Sean Williams with it and passes it off to Isaac Fleming, the guard for Wilmington, Delaware, with it, and he feeds it down low, and they kick it back outside for East Carolina. Now passing around the perimeter for ECU with the ball, Isaac Fleming. And right corner three, no good by Jaden Gardner. Didn't hit the rim. He overshot it as Houston gets the rebound. 17:22 left in the first. Cougars with the ball. Trying to dribble inside. Kicks it back outside to Robinson. Robinson now shoots it back outside. It is dribbled inside. Deep two from the left wing. No good. Rebounded by the Pirates. 17:08 left in the first. For East Carolina, trying to go inside. Gardner couldn't get the first one, but he tips it in himself. Jaden Gardner, he has 2 for East Carolina, down 3-2 early. Houston with the ball now. As Robinson has it at the top of the key, passes it off left wing to Corey Davis Jr. with it. Feeds it out left corner. Going, oh, he tried to go for the slam dunk. Was Fabian White, but he gets fouled on the play. He'll go to the line. Looks like the guilty foul right there was Dmitry Spasetovic of East Carolina, as Fabian White tried to dribble baseline and slam it down over top of Spasetovic. And White will go to the line for 2 with 16:44 left in this one. So White from the line this season, 73.1% shooting from the free throw line. Here's his first one for Houston, and he hits it. So Houston up 4-2 right now. And here's the second one by White. He's good as well. 2 for 2 from the line right there. It's 5-2 Cougars. East Carolina with the ball. Takes it past the timelines. Isaac Fleming, and now they're passing it off. And Sean Williams has it. Back to Fleming at the top of the key for ECU. Passes it off right wing to Fleming. And passes it down low to Spasetovic, who kicks it back out. Looks like Fleming has it at the right wing. Behind the arc, right wing 3 for Fleming. It rims out, and Houston there for the rebound. 16:18 left in the first. Cougars with the ball past the timelines. Armani Brooks gets it back to Robinson. Robinson now throws it out to White, who gets it back to Robinson. Now it's Fabian White again with it, trying to work down low, and he could not get it. The tip back could not fall, but the offensive board there by Brady, and he passes it off to Brooks. Brooks tried to drive baseline, but he fumbles the ball out of bounds as he tried to shoot it, couldn't control it, and the ball landed out of bounds. So early in this one, Houston is up, as you've been watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, play-by-play and live reactions of college basketball games throughout the season and into the March Madness tournament. Tonight we have East Carolina, Houston. This one's just getting started, 5-2 here with the first stoppage of play with 15:56 left. So yeah, so let's dig in some of these stats when we have this. We got this commercial break right now. So Houston had a three-pointer go down in the first minute. Armani Brooks hit that. So he's the leading scorer right now with 3 points, and then Fabian White had a bucket inside, or tried to go for the bucket inside, and then he went to the free throw line, hit both of them. So it's 5-2. Houston up right now. East Carolina got the 2 points from their leading scorer, Jaden Gardner, who scores around an average of a little bit over 19 points per game, and he's first in the American in the conference. Both of these teams not shooting the ball well so far, but we're still early in this one. East Carolina from the floor is 1 for 6. Houston's 1 for 5 from the floor shooting right now. Houston shooting the 3 ball is 1 for 2 right now. From behind the line, Houston is 2 for 2. So we look at rebounds. This is what the Cougars are winning on, is with their key defense throughout the season, and then their rebounding skills right here, as it shows they're out rebounding ECU early in this one, 6-3. As it looks like we're getting back to action here in Houston at the Fertitta Center, and the Cougars will get the inbounds pass here with 15:54 left. Put back 2 seconds on the clock as they inbound it, and it's to Robinson now with the ball, setting up the offense for Houston. Passes out right wing. This is to Armani Brooks, back to Robinson, and now to Davis. Davis dribbling at the top of the key and pushing it to the right side behind the free throw line, with Robinson with the ball as he feeds the ball inside to Breon Brady. Brady in the low post. Brady with a jumper, couldn't get it to fall. The tip back by White couldn't go, and East Carolina gets the rebound as they're down by 3, 5-2, 15:25 left in the first. East Carolina at the top of the key with Jaden Gardner. Passes it out to Sean Williams. Now it goes back to Isaac Fleming. Isaac Fleming at the Houston logo, trying to set up the offense here. Back to Gardner, feeding it down to Spasesovic. He kicks it back outside, and 3 ball, no good from the right wing by East Carolina. Pulled off the boards by Houston. So now it's Robinson in transition. Kicks it out for the 3, and from the outside left corner, it goes down. It's Armani Brooks who hits it for Houston. They're up 8-2. So 14:45 left in the first. East Carolina down by 6 early. As East Carolina has it behind the free 3-point line and trying to dribble inside and lays it up with a left hand, Isaac Fleming. And looks like he gets fouled on the play as well, as he dribbled inside. So he'll have a chance here to try to see if he can make it a 3-point play. Galen Robinson, the guilty party of the shooting foul by Houston. So the score is 8-4 with 14:33 left, and the free throw goes in. Got the courteous ring around the rim and got into the net. So it's 8-5. Houston up by 3. 14:33 left in the first. Houston will inbounds it. It's Robinson to the left part, past the timeline, and to the left wing. Passes it. 3 ball from the top of the key. No good. Rimmed out by Brooks. And East Carolina gets the rebound. So going up the other way with it, KJ Davis now into the game for East Carolina. Trying to dribble inside. Kicks it back outside to the right wing. This is Tyler Foster in the game for ECU. Passing around the right wing to the right elbow now, trying to work his way inside. Kicks it back out top of the key. 3, no good. Rebounded by Houston by Chris Harris off the bench now in the game. Robinson takes the ball past the timeline for the Cougars. Lots of feeding it outside now. Armani Brooks with the ball. Step back deep 2, no good. Rimmed out by Brooks. Rebounded by Davis. East Carolina. East Carolina taking it past the timeline. 13:42 left in the first. Passing around the ball, around the perimeter. Spasesovic to KJ Davis. And now this is Seth Leday with it. And now Sean Williams, left side behind the 3-point line. Lots of passing here. Deep 2 jumper. It goes down by Seth Leday. And it's 8-7 or 8-8 they roll it. So they rolled a 3. I thought his foot was on the line from here, but they rolled a 3-pointer. 8-8. So Seth Leday hits the 3-pointer. And it's a tie game. Houston from the outside, left wing. It goes down. 3 ball. for Corey Davis Jr., 36.6% from the three-point line this season, and he shows off what he can do from behind the arc right there. Houston with the 11-8 lead. We got ourselves a timeout on the floor with 12:55 left in the first in this one. We got a stoppage in time here as the Houston Cougars are up against East Carolina. So update here the score. East Carolina now has the ball back from the stoppage in time, and top of the key three by Houston, too strong off the top of the rim, rebounded by Houston. Now they're trying to push up the tempo. And now takes it back outside with the ball. Corey Davis Jr. passes it off to Hinton, and the three ball from the right corner. It goes down by Cedric Alley off the bench for the Cougars, 14-7 as he hit that one from the right corner. East Carolina with the ball now at the left baseline low, trying to take it inside, almost stripped to the ball. Oh, what a rejection there by Chris Harris. Houston gets the ball back past the timeline. Now with it is Giroux in the game. Three ball from the corner. No good by Houston. Looks like we have a foul on the play, though. But East Carolina right before that, number one going up against number one. The leading scorer for the Pirates, Jaden Gardner, trying to go into the low post, guarded by Chris Harris of Houston. And Harris just swats that one away, gets the steal off the swatted ball. And then in transition, East Carolina picks up a foul. So Houston will inbound it with 12:06 left in the first. East Carolina with 7. Houston with 14 from behind the arc again. That one almost went in, but a rim down, no good. Houston in transition. 2-on-1 trying to take it home off the rack. Too strong by Tyler Foster. Couldn't get it to go. But a shooting foul on the play as Foster tried to take it to the rim over Dejan Giroux of Houston. And looks like Foster will go to the line after the TV timeout. So we'll be back in a couple minutes here in the TV timeout as Houston, 17th ranked right now in the nation, up 14-7 with 11:53 left in the first. So this one, all Houston right now as we look at these team stats. Both of the teams have attempted 12 shots from the floor. East Carolina is 3 for 12 right now shooting. Houston is 4 for 12 from the floor. 3-point percentage is what is making the difference here. Houston, 4 for 7 from behind the arc early in this one. East Carolina has yet to make a three-pointer so far in this game. They're 0 for 6 in this game. Rebounds, Houston winning that department too, up 10-6 over ECU. We look at the assist as well. It's 4-1. Houston winning the assist right now. Battle for that. And blocks looks like it's 1-1 so far in this one. Team fouls. East Carolina has 3. Houston has 2. We'll look at the box score here and see what we can take away from that for leading scores. Well, Armani Brooks right now for Houston is 2 for 4 from behind the arc. He's got 6 points. He also has 3 rebounds so far. And then we see Cedric Alley Jr. off the bench for the Cougars. He hit his lone three-pointer, so he's got his 3 points. And then Fabian White Jr., he's got 2 points as well. As we're almost back to this one here in Houston. Houston up 14-7 with 11:53 left, and we should be having East Carolina should be back going to the line to shoot 2 shots from the line as ECU in the last possession. It was Tyler Foster who took the ball up the court and he was fouled, trying to take it to the rim by Dejan Giroux of Houston. So we got 11:53 left in the first, and to the line will be Tyler Foster. And the first one he misses from the line. So still 14-7, and he'll get a second shot here from the free throw line in just a second. He's 54% from the line this season. Second one, that one rims out too, and rebounded by Houston. 11:50 left. Houston gets it past the timeline, picking up the tempo easily, and then they shoot it back towards the edge of the front court here. This is Giroux with the ball as he hands it off to Corey Davis Jr. Now hands it off to Hinton, who passes it left corner three. That one goes down, and it's good by Cedric Alley Jr. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. He has 6 points, and it's 17-7 Cougars right now as East Carolina has the ball. They pass it up the timeline, trying to go inside, and he's rejected. Was Jaden Gardner, but ECU gets the ball back. I believe that's the second block by Harris of the game. ECU does make the shot, a deep two from the right elbow, so it's 17-9 as Houston gets the ball now. Giroux with it as it's fed outside, right corner three, no good, but the offensive board by Harris, and he's stripped of the ball. Bodies on the floor. East Carolina battling for it as it's a tie-up where the ball is on the floor. I think that East Carolina will get possession back of this ball. So, yeah, they got possession back of it, and they called a timeout as well. So, looks like it was rebounded here as we see the replay beforehand of the block. It was 1 against 1 again. So, that was Jaden Gardner inside for East Carolina, and then Chris Harris just with a big, big block, picking up his second block of the game for Houston. And then Houston gets the offensive board, but then they get stripped of the ball, and East Carolina comes away with it and calls a timeout as it was a battle for the ball. Possession arrow for ECU. So, yeah, so East Carolina will have the ball and taking past the timeline, down by 8 right now, 17-9 for the Pirates. Deep three, trying to convert on something, and they cannot. So Houston will get the ball back on the rebound once again, taking past the timeline. It's in the hands of Giroux. Giroux at the right wing, trying to drive inside, kicks it back outside. Lots of passing around the perimeter. Deep two from the free throw line, and it's short and rebounded by the Pirates. Taking up past the timeline for East Carolina, it's Isaac Fleming with it. At the right corner, dribbles to the right wing, passes it to the top of the key to Sean Williams. Now feeds it over left corner baseline, fed out to right corner baseline on the pass, and it gets the friendly roll in the bucket, and it's another 2 for the Pirates, so it's 17-11. Houston back with the ball past the timeline, slowing down the tempo a little bit. It's Giroux with the Houston logo. Giroux now trying to take it inside with a burst of speed, trying to reverse his layup. Too strong in the shot. He was fouled, though. Another foul by the Pirates, sending Giroux to the line with 9:57 left in the first. See this right here. Dejan Giroux in the replay goes by a defender, and he just went too strong off the glass. But anyway, he was fouled as East Carolina got his arm on the shot. So Giroux to the line. Here's the first one, and he is good for his first free throw at the line for Dejan Giroux. He's 80% from the line this season, as Houston is up 18-11 with 9:57 left. Here's the second one by Giroux, and it gets the friendly roll in there. Hit the bottom of the rim, went to the back towards the backboard, hit that, and then got the friendly roll inside. So it's 19-11. As now East Carolina has the ball at the free throw line and taken to the top of the key behind the arch. Jaden Gardner passes it off once again to Fleming. Fleming with his foot on the 2-point line, hands it off to Gardner. Gardner inside, and he hits the bucket home on the jumper inside the key. So 19-13, East Carolina climbing a little bit slightly back in this one as Houston as it tries to go for the alley-oop over the top, and instead it turns out to be a lob pass. Inside was Breon Brady trying to shoot it home in the key, but he gets, looks like he, yeah, Looks like an offensive foul by Houston. I thought that was a shooting foul. Let's see. So Brady with a push-off, maybe? Yeah, Brady with a push-off. So, yeah. So East Carolina gets the ball back. Down 19-13 with ECU driving baseline. Kicks it back outside. And an open two. And could not get more open than that to take a deep two by Jaden Gardner. And he just misses it off the rim. Rebounded by Houston. 9 minutes left in the first. Houston, lob over the top, left elbow, jumper by Fabian White. That one goes down for the Cougars, up by 8, 21-13, 8:48 left in the first. East Carolina, back with the ball. It's Isaac Fleming. The left wing behind the arc is Sean Williams, the guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, with it. Passes it to the top of the key, and now to the right wing with it. It's Fleming. Now gets it back to Williams. Williams at the left wing. Top of the key, lob in there, and it's saved at the baseline by Gardner. Kicks it back outside. Right side behind the three-point line, trying to dribble inside. Nice spin move, and he gets the ball home off the glasses. Isaac Fleming. 21-15, East Carolina inching its way back in. Houston with 8:10 left. East Carolina has all the points in the paint so far. 10-0 right now. Houston still with a 6-point lead. Outside perimeter passing, now trying to dribble baseline inside and at the key as the shot cannot go down by White, and battle for the rebound as the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by East Carolina. So Houston will get the inbounds pass when we come back from the commercial break. East Carolina drawing, winning 6 here. They're down 21-15. As we get a TV timeout on the floor, and I'll update you guys the score. This has been Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and just remember, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and spread the word about my channel. And tomorrow as well, we'll have some more basketball on here in college basketball. It'll be the Washington Huskies against the Oregon Ducks. So if you're a big college basketball fan, stay tuned to that one tomorrow, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my streams. And I cannot wait for the tournament in a couple months as well. I'll update you guys on the score right now. So yeah, so Houston right now is up 21-15 so far in this. We'll dig into the box score just a little bit. We've got 7 minutes, 56 seconds to the half. And it looks like the Cougars are led by 2 guys. One of them's off the bench, Cedric Alley Jr. Perfect right now from the floor. He's 2 for 2. Both of his shots coming from behind the arc for the Cougars. The other guy who's got 6 points for Houston right now is Armani Brooks. He's 2 for 4 from behind the three-point line. He's also got 3 rebounds. Right now, Fabian White Jr. chipping in with 4 points for Houston. And then Corey Davis Jr., he's got 3 as we look to the leading scorer for East Carolina. They're also winning inside with the points in the paint, 10-0 so far right now. ECU's leading scorer looks like it's Jaden Gardner with 6. He's 3 for 8 right now from the field. He also has 3 rebounds in this game, as we're almost back to action here in Houston, as the Cougars will get the inbounds pass. Got ourselves 7 minutes, 56 seconds in this one. They inbounds it. It's to Dejan Jarreau, who has it, leads it off for Robinson, and back to Jarreau at the left wing behind the arc. Jarreau trying to dribble, kicks it back outside, right corner 3. It goes down from the outside for Nate Hinton, coming off the bench, and it's 24-15 Houston. So Houston not scoring inside, but outside they're 6 for 10 so far in this one. East Carolina with the ball down in the low post. Gardner feeds it off to Spasesovic, and his jumper from the baseline too long as it goes over the net. Rebounded by Houston. Robinson trying to dribble inside, kicks it back outside. 3-pointer and another one. Houston is red hot from the outside. Dejan Jarreau with 7:16 left in the first. Timeout on the floor called, and Houston showing you why they're inside the top 25 as they're 7 for 11 tonight from behind the arc. Timeout call by ECU. Houston extending that lead on a roll up 27-15. And I'll update the score once again here. So So East Carolina with 15. Houston with 27. We got ourselves 7:16 left in this one. Everything's been going down as a late from the outside for Houston. And look at that, Galen Robinson. He just hit his 500th career assist at Houston, which puts him 6th in the all-time school record list. So that pass right there to the outside was his 500th career assist. We got a steal. This one's by Robinson. One-on-one. He kicks it back outside. Now with the ball's Armani Brooks. Passes it back. Top of the key. Robinson gets it out. Baseline. Left. Jumper. Baseline for 2 is Hinton. And he gets the shot to fall. For Houston, it's 29-15. 6:50 left. Nate Hinton has 5 so far tonight. East Carolina with the ball past the timeline. Now trying to drive inside, and it's rejected. It looks like Hinton coming away with a ball. I believe Hinton, he got the block on it, but he stepped out of bounds. It was Tyler Foster of East Carolina who tried to drive inside. Houston got the block from behind, but he stepped on the very edge of the baseline. So looks like East Carolina will get the inbound pass. They do with 6:36 left. Jumper from the free throw line. It rims out and is rebounded by Houston. As they take it past the timeline, it's Robinson with it for the Cougars. Robinson trying to drive inside. And oh, what a nice pass. Another assist on the spin move in the key by Robinson. Feeds it down low in the slam jam by Breon Brady. 31-15 Houston with 6:20 left in the first. Another timeout on the floor here. And the Cougars just running away with it. Galen Robinson Jr. spin move. Between 2 defenders, he passes that ball, lays it in for Breon Brady with a 2-handed slam inside. East Carolina is up big time. 15-31. Whenever we have the next timeout, I'm gonna have to dig into those stats to see what the 3-point shooting percentage is for Houston, because it's off the charts right now. East Carolina, though, has the ball as they try to score inside spot. Sesovic can't, and he's too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Houston. 6 minutes left. Up 31-15. Houston's just pushing the tempo, and the pass inside from Hinton tried to hit it inside, stolen away, so East Carolina has the ball now. And now trying to dribble inside the key, and it looks like that's a travel by KJ Davis of ECU, as he went in between 2 Houston defenders and he walked with it. So we got 5:47 left in the first, as we get another turnover by ECU with that travel by KJ Davis. In Houston, we got the ball back. So they're past the timeline with Robinson, passes it off to Hinton. Now with it, and now we have it back to Robinson, top of the key, passes it off to Hinton from behind the 3-point line, calling a play with 5:28 left, 12 on the shot clock to Robinson. Robinson now dribbling from behind the arc and feeds it off, and it's looks like it was tried to be stripped away. Fabian White had possession of the ball with 4 on the shot clock, but East Carolina fouls him. Looks like only the 4th team foul so far by East Carolina. So it'll just be an inbounds pass for Houston. 3 on the shot clock here. 2 on the shot clock. Step back 3. And it goes down from the left corner. Armani Brooks with another one. 34-15. Houston just keeps on extending their lead here at home. ECU with the ball. KJ Davis, who just traveled with it, trying to do the same thing he did, try to take it inside. He does get that one to roll in, 34-17. Houston has a lead, doubling ECU's right now. 4:48 left in the first. Ball in the hands of White, passes it off to Hinton. Now back inside the Robinson, who has it. Passing around outside perimeter. Brooks feeds it inside to Brady now, backing his way in the low post. Brady with a jumper in the low post. It goes down. 36-17. Houston with 4.5 left. Breon Brady has 4 tonight. East Carolina with the ball. At the right wing from behind the arch, Jaden Gardner passes it off to Isaac Fleming. Fleming trying to drive inside, kicks it back outside. 3 ball from the outside, rims out by Steph-Day. Rebounded by Houston with 4:08 left in the first. Robinson past the timeline. Passes it off to White trying to drive. Baseline, too strong off the glass, no good. ECU with a rebound, and looks like we have a foul here on Houston. I believe it was Fabian White. He tried to rip that ball away from Steph-Day, who rebounded the ball for East Carolina. But Houston still up by 19 with 4:01 left. So not in the bonus yet, only 3 fouls by Houston. So East Carolina will take the inbounds pass. 3:55 left. East Carolina, spin move inside, driving with it, Steph-Day. Looks like Houston picks up another foul in the key before the shot. Or, yeah. Let's see. I think it was a foul in the no foul. But okay, so yeah, so Steph-Day again. He just traveled with it inside. It looked like maybe a foul by Houston, but yeah, it's rolled that Steph-Day traveled with the ball inside. So another turnover by Houston. I'll update the chat here with a score. Houston's up 36-17. This has been Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe my videos, as I'll be doing live streams of college basketball games throughout the season. We got Washington versus Oregon tomorrow. Pac-12 battle should be a good one. And then maybe a couple more over the weekend. And then Tuesday is Kansas versus Texas. So that one should be a good one as well, as Houston's up by 19 here with 3:50 left. So we'll get to halftime in a little bit. Which I'll go over some of the top 25 scores of what's been happening at the half or so. Let's see some of these team stats so far. Going to shooting percentage here. So, yeah, Houston dominating in shooting percentage from the field, 13 for 26, hitting on 50% of their shots. East Carolina's 8 for 25, hitting on only 32% of their shots. ECU has not hit a three-pointer so far in this one. They're 0 for 7 from behind the arc. Houston is 8 for 12 right now, so 66.7% from behind the arc so far for the Cougars, as now Houston has the ball, taken past the timeline. As Davis passes it off now, and it's in the hands of Robinson, who gets it back to Davis, around the outside at the left wing, back to, it's like Giroux with it, the right baseline for Dejan Giroux, tried to feed it inside, and he got it to go. In there in the paint was Armani Brooks for Houston, who hits the shot home, and it's 38-17 Cougars. East Carolina now with it. Jaden Gardner passes it off to Spasesovic. Now Spasesovic throws it back out to Fleming, passing around the perimeter now at the right wing with it. Now passing it over to the left corner. Spasesovic passed the ball inside with it. Passes out, top of the key three, and it goes down for the Pirates. So they finally convert on their first three-pointer of the night right there. Looks like it's number 22, Deshaun Wade off the bench for ECU. Hits it with 2:50 left in the first. Houston now. Robinson with the ball. Kicks it back outside. Lots of perimeter passing, and the 3-ball from the right wing outside goes down by Corey Davis Jr. of Houston. Up by 21 here with 2:35 left in the first. ECU now. Left elbow jumper. It goes down for the American Conference leading scorer, Jaden Gardner, 41-22. Houston up by 19. Robinson passes the ball to the left corner behind the arc, trying to drive baseline. With it was Davis. Looks like Davis was bumped on the play and fouled by ECU when he was trying to dribble baseline. So Houston will inbound the pass in a minute. We got some subs here on the court. And Houston inbounds it. So Armani Brooks dribbling with it now. With the ball is Davis. Davis deep 3 feet away to his left, and he hits it. 44-22. Corey Davis Jr. 3 for 5 tonight from behind the arc. And East Carolina has a bunch of points inside the paint so far. Houston, the opposite, 10 for 14 from behind the arc, as that shot from 3-point range could not fall for East Carolina. They do get the offensive board, and they do drive inside the key and hit it. So ECU down by 20, 44-24. Trying to dribble inside of the free throw line was Robinson, passes it back outside. This is Davis, who just hit on the last 3-pointer. Robinson, left key 3. It goes down. 3-pointers all over the world tonight for Houston. Galen Robinson hits his first tonight from behind the arc. 47-24. Red hot from the floor for the Cougars. 11 for 15. ECU with a ball. Baseline, left corner, jumper for 2, and it goes down for ECU. Spasesovic hits that one. 47-26 with a minute left before the end of the half. Houston with the ball. Robinson passes it off. This is Ali now with the ball, who passes it off. Left wing behind the arc, passes it off now to Robinson, trying to drive inside, gets it off the basket in the friendly roll. The point guard, Galen Robinson, with 40 seconds left, hits the shot off the glass. Houston's up 49-26. No problem scoring today for the Cougars, and they've been doing it all from the outside. Going down low inside for East Carolina. No good. The jumper by Spasesovic, and it's rebounded by Houston. We got a timeout on the floor. But wow, Houston Cougars showing the touch from behind the arc in this one. Red hot shooting from there, sinking almost everything that they hit. They're up now big time, and it's not even halftime yet. 49-26, 22 seconds before the half. So at halftime, I'll just dig into a bunch of stats of what Houston's been shooting from the line. I'm curious to see what their shooting percentage is. Once we get to halftime, I'll dig into those team stats, see who the leading scorers are for this game. But right now, that graphic just popped up on the screen. Houston is 11 for 15 from behind the arc right now. So phenomenal shooting right now from the Cougars. And it's not even halftime. We got 20 seconds left. Houston now with the ball past the timeline. Dribbling with the ball is Corey Davis Jr. He's had a lot of those 3-pointers go down. So we got 8 seconds left. Davis still dribbling from behind the arc at the top of the key, and it looks like he's fouled with 4.2 seconds left. So ECU picks up their 6th team foul of the game so far. I think Jaden Gardner was the guilty party there of that one. And 4 seconds left, though. Inbounds pass it. Davis with the ball. Spin move inside. Davis with the jumper. It falls short of the rim as it hits the short part of the rim. At the front rim, no good. And we'll go to halftime here. As Houston, total domination at home, trying to extend that home winning streak to 29, and they're doing it with ease here at the Fertitta Center. 49-26 so far at halftime, as they're trying to move to 19-1 on the season. I'll update you guys with the score, and then we'll go into the box score of team stats, leading scores of what happened in the first half here, Houston and ECU, and then scores from other top 25 teams as well. I got you covered here. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and feel free to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be having another live stream tomorrow night. It's Oregon at home hosting the unbeaten Pac-12 in conference play, the Washington Huskies, who's coming into conference play with a 5-0 record inside the Matthew Knight Arena. So I'll get that one tomorrow night at 9. But right now, total domination by the Houston Cougars. So 26 to 49. We got halftime here. So yeah, Houston just incredible so far in this game is shooting from behind the arc. So I'm going to just dig into these stats, see what's going on here. Okay, so Houston shooting from the floor 54.8%, 17 for 31 from the field, compared to East Carolina, who's shooting 12 for 31 right now, 38.7%. East Carolina's made 1 3-pointer out of 9 attempts, so they're 1 for 9 from the field. And Houston's just putting on a clinic right now. 11 for 15 from behind the arc, 73% from the three-point line. Houston, for 3 free throws made, they're 4 for 4. East Carolina is 1 for 3 so far in the rebounding game. That goes to the Cougars as well in this first half. Out rebounding ECU 21 to 13. Assist as well. Galen Robinson Jr. picked up what was his 500th career assist ever as a Houston Cougar. So he moves 6th on the all-time Houston Cougar assist leaders here at Houston. So what a milestone tonight for Galen Robinson Jr., number 25 for Houston. So 12 assists so far by the Cougars, 7 for the Pirates. We'll look into the leading scores for both of these teams, and we'll see. We'll go with the leading team right here at the half. Armani Brooks. Looks like he's leading the Cougars right now in scoring with 11 points at the half. Everybody is chipping in with points here for Houston. Brooks is 3 for 5 from behind the arc, same as Corey Davis Jr. 3 for 5 as well. He's got 9 points. Let's see. Galen Robinson Jr., 5 assists as he got his 500th career here in the first half. He has 5 points as well. 4 points by Breon Brady, and Fabian White Jr. has 4 points to chip in as well. Cedric Alley Jr., he is perfect shooting the ball right now off the bench. 6 points, 2 for 2 from behind the arc. 5 points as well. Perfect from the floor for DeJon Jarreau, 2 for 2 from the floor. And he also has he's got a 3-pointer from the floor, and he's 2 for 2 from 4 free throws right now. DeJon Jarreau. Nate Hinton, he's also got 5 points off the bench. So let's see, how many bench points is that for Houston? Looks like it's 16 points so far for the Cougars off the bench. As we look to East Carolina, looks like they have 7 points off the bench spot. Sesovic has 2, Wade has 3, and Foster has 2. Leading scorer right now, that would be Jaden Gardner for East Carolina. He has 8 points, 7 points so far by Isaac Fleming, the point guard for the Pirates. Anything else stick out here as I'm looking over the stats? Maybe, yeah, not really anybody in foul trouble either so far. Well, yeah, Seth Lede has 2 fouls for ECU so far. Houston's pretty much clean for team fouls. All right, so yeah, Houston is looking to close in on that 29-game winning streak, and what a start to the first half. 49-26. I don't think there's no way looking back on this one. They're going to keep on cruising, I bet, in the second half. All Cougars in this one. As we look to the scoreboard right now, let's see what other games are going on. Tennessee against Vanderbilt. This game belongs to Vandy, surprisingly, going up against the #1 Volunteers in Nashville. All on the line for this rivalry game. And the Commodores right now is up 70 to 65 with 3:24 left to go, trying to pull out the shocker. Vanderbilt right now is winless in SEC play, 0-5 right now, 9-8 on the season. Tennessee 16-1, the #1 team in the nation, 5-0 currently in the SEC. And Grant Williams has 26 points, 5 rebounds so far for Tennessee. Still got a little bit left. Hopefully I can update you guys on that score as we still go on, because Tennessee is shockingly down by 5 there. As we got other games going on right now. LSU back into the top 25, ranked at 25. Now they're up by 10 with 2:57 left, 83-73 against the Georgia Bulldogs. We look to the other top 25 game. This one just started. 15-17 left in the first. Marcus Howard in Marquette. Marcus Howard dropped 53 points a couple weeks ago in the big overtime win against Creighton. I believe the score of that game was 106-104. They needed overtime to get it done, but Marcus Howard is currently inside the top 5 in all college basketball in average points per game. But right now, it looks like it belongs to DePaul, who's playing Marquette. But it's early in this one. DePaul's up 7-5. So that game just got started. 15-17 left in the first. DePaul has a record of 11-6 overall, 3-3 in the Big East. Marquette is 16-3 overall, 5-1 in Big East play. As we look to the standings of the American Conference, with Houston in total domination of this game, looking like they're going to move to 6-1 in the conference and 19-1 overall. They could be the first team in the nation to reach 20 wins. We'll see, as we still have a lot of college basketball left, but they're also tied in the conference right now with Cincinnati. They're 5-1, 16-3 overall. Cincinnati's just right outside the top 25. Coming off that win against Wichita State on Saturday for the Bearcats. We look towards the other teams in the American. There's a couple of other teams right now with 4-1 records. Temple, the only team to beat Houston, is 4-1 in the conference. They're 14-4. Overall, Memphis 12-6 overall, 4-1 in American play as well. Same as UCF is 4-1 in the conference. They're 14-3 overall. That team's interesting, as I believe one of the players on UCF, I think, is like 7'5" on the team, or 7'4". He's got like some serious height on the team. I think he's the tallest player in college basketball for sure, and I think he leads the American in shooting percentage for UCF. Let's see who that is. I think it's Taco Fall for UCF. Yeah, I'm on the roster. Okay, yeah, wow. So he is the tallest player in college basketball currently right now. He's 7'6". The senior from the Senegal, Taco Fall, for Central Florida. So let's see. I'm going to look at some of these games for the upcoming games here for Houston. It's their next 2 games. They play against Tulsa next. This one's at Tulsa, and Tulsa's 12-7 right now. We'll bring up what the standings are, so I know what their conference record is. They're 2-4 in the American. Tulsa is. I think, yeah, I remember first time they played them, Tulsa had a record of 11-3 coming into that game. That was the first conference game for both of them. So Houston gets another crack at it against Tulsa, 2 p.m. on Sunday, as Houston previously on January 2nd beat Tulsa 74-56 at home. So now it's time to travel to Oklahoma inside Tulsa to take on them. And then the game after Tulsa for the Cougars would be the revenge game against the only team that they lost this season. That's the Temple Owls. This time they're not playing at Philadelphia. They're going to be playing at home at Houston. Temple 14-4 overall. They're the only team to beat Houston this season. So if Houston wins tonight, which looks likely that they are, that they're beating East Carolina right now at the half by 23, they'll move on to play Tulsa, who they beat earlier at the start of this month, and then they'll have 20 wins on the season. They might be the first team in all college basketball to do. I'm going to see who else is close to that on this list. Virginia's at 17-1. I know Michigan is up there. A lot of these teams have 17 wins. Michigan State as well, 17-2. Trying to see if there's any 18-win teams. There is Michigan, who's 18-1. 17-3. How about this? The Hofstra Pride out of the Colonial League. They're just owning the Colonial Athletic right now. The second place team in that conference is Northeastern with an 11-8 record. So this division all going to Hofstra right now, and it's an automatic bid division, as they'll look to continue that all the way into the March Madness tournament. But Hofstra's won 14 games in a row. We'll see who else we got that's hot on the records here. North Texas is 17-2, 5-1 in Conference USA. They could be a shocker as well coming into the tournament. I think Murray State could be the big team in the tournament. Surprisingly, this team right here, Northern Kentucky, is just running away with it in the Horizon as well. So we got some teams separating themselves from the pack. Buffalo, 17-2. They did lose last night to Northern Illinois, so that was a shocker. Lost a close one to UNI. Nevada could very well be another team to reach 21 soon. Their only loss as well was against New Mexico. At New Mexico, Nevada's 18-1 on the season. Trying to see Murray State. Okay, so they only have 2 losses. The thing about them, they've won 15 games, so they've only played 17 games so far. They're 15-2 this season, but I have them as a big shocker going into the tournament, that they could go far, especially with Joe Morant as their point guard. As we're almost back to action here, Houston and East Carolina, all Houston at the half, and we see that 3-point shooting percentage, Houston just dominating that aspect, 11 for 15 from the field. For Houston, East Carolina was 1 for 9 from the field. So Houston with a shooting percentage around 54% shots they converted from the floor in the first half, and East Carolina shooting around 32% from the field in the first half. We'll be back to Houston, East Carolina, as it looks like we're a couple minutes away from starting off the second half. But let me update you on these scores before we get back to the games. So Vanderbilt is up 72-70 against number 1 Tennessee. We have 2 minutes 29 seconds left in this one, and Vanderbilt just scored. So Jordan Bowden missed the jumper for Tennessee, and looks like Vanderbilt in transition got it. Grant Williams, the leading scorer for the Vols, has 29 points. So shocker here in Nashville that Vanderbilt, 0-5 in the SEC, is winning this game right now. As we look to other games, LSU trying to close out another victory. This one against Georgia. They're up 89-78 with 29 seconds left. And that one, early on in this one, 10:55 left. DePaul and Marquette. Marquette ranked now 12th in the nation. Marquette's down by 4 early in this game. And tonight, out in the Mountain West, the number 7 Nevada Wolfpack will host Colorado State. Colorado State comes in with a 7-11 record, and Nevada is another team just like Houston, 18-1, as they sit with a 5-1 Mountain West Conference record. And Vanderbilt running away against Tennessee, minute and 32 on the update right now, and Vandy is up by 6, as we're almost back to action here at the Fertitta Center in Houston. East Carolina gets the inbound. We got 19:53 left in the first, so ECU gets the ball first in their purple and yellow jerseys. Deep three from the top of the key, and short hits the rim, rebounded by the Cougars. So they take it past the timeline. It's Robinson with the ball, passes it off left wing. That's to Corey Davis Jr., passes it off to the right wing. That is Armani Brooks. And now a lot of passing around the perimeter at the free throw line. Hands it off to Robinson at the free throw line. Jumper. And the free throw line jumper goes down for... That was Corey Davis Jr. hit it for Houston. They're up 51-26. So East Carolina with the ball at the top of the key from behind the arc. And now trying to dribble inside. And... looks like it was a push-off by ECU, and they'll get called for the offensive foul. So Houston takes the charge. They'll get the ball back. So it looks like Isaac Fleming was working on Galen Robinson Jr. Robinson took the charge, and he gets the ball back as he passes the timeline with 18:58 left. In the hands of Seth Leday, passes off to Robinson at the right wing. Feeds the ball inside and trying to dribble inside with his Watley. And looks like the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, no, that was Breon Brady of Houston who tried to dribble the ball inside. Watley is the same number, East Carolina, right there as I'm looking at the stats. And they turned it over for Houston. So East Carolina will get the ball back. 18:45 left in the second. 51-26. Cougars up. ECU now with the ball at the top of the key. Now trying to throw it into the low post and then kick it back outside at the left corner from behind the wing. The shot no good and rebounded by Houston. 2-on-1 advantage by the Cougars. 3 ball from the left wing and it rims out. Fought for the rebound. It was rebounded by ECU but stolen back by Houston. Houston now with the ball from the outside is Corey Davis Jr. Now he's trying to dribble inside. Leaves it down low in the slam. Dunk goes down. Corey Davis Jr. feeds it off to Breon Brady. He has 6 tonight for the Cougars, up 53-26. So we have a stoppage in time on the court. 18:02 left in the second. This game has been all Houston today at home. As we see the last replay, Davis Jr. feeding the ball inside to Breon Brady, who slams it down, two-handed jam, and it's all Cougars in this one by a big, big margin, 53-26 with 18:02 left. Yeah, this game has just been all Houston. We'll look at that shooting percentage. I'm really curious about because there's a big, big difference in both of them right now. Houston shooting 55.9% from the floor, 19 for 34 so far. East Carolina is shooting 12 for 33, 36.4 from the floor. 1 for 11 shooting from behind the arc so far today for East Carolina. That's good for 9% conversion of shots. Houston putting on a clinic from behind the arc, 11 for 16, 68.8% from the three-point line. So you look to the rebounds, Houston is owning that game as well, out-rebounding East Carolina 23-14. And also team assists, we look at that one, Houston winning that 14-7. So we're almost back to action here in Houston. We'll see how. Curious to look at the updates here in that Tennessee game. See where they stand. 1:20 left. Number 1 Tennessee down in Nashville against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt trying to look for their first win in conference play right now in the SEC, and they couldn't do it against any better of a team in the nation. It goes up against the number 1 team in the nation. They're up 76-74 with 52 seconds left. LSU got the win in SEC play a couple minutes ago. They beat Georgia 92-82. And then this game just started. Number 12 Marquette is down against DePaul with 9:22 left in the first. 16-12. Nevada goes on later tonight as they're ranked 7th in the nation. They host Colorado State. As we're back to East Carolina, Houston, all Cougars in this one as ECU gets the inbounds pass. And looks like Houston will pick up their first foul of the night with 7:49 left in the second. ECU will inbound it once again. It's Fleming out to the inbounds pass. And corner 3. No good as the shooting from behind the arc continues as nothing has fallen for East Carolina and everything falls for Houston. Another one sinks it down as Corey Davis Jr. It's a 30-point lead. 71% from the outside for Houston today, putting on a clinic. ECU, dismal, 8%. ECU with the ball, passing around the outside at the top of the key, passing it to the right wing, and now to the low post, takes it back outside. Is Jaden Gardner, the leading scorer who tries to dribble inside, circling around and too strong off the glass. Houston gets the rebound. Robinson passes it inside, and that was Fabian White down in the low post to get stripped of the ball by Spasesovic. Ball goes out of bounds. The refs see who it was last touched by, as it looks like it was a shooting foul, as Spasesovic got White's arm on the shot. The first one from the free throw line is no good. So we got subs here into the game for East Carolina with 17:07 left in the second. Coming out of the game's KJ Davis, the sophomore from Portsmouth, Virginia, for the Pirates. So now to attempt his second shot from the line. He is 73.1% from the free throw line this season. Got 6 points tonight for Fabian White. Make it 7 as he hits the second one. Up 57-26 now for the Cougars. Past the timeline it goes as Isaac Fleming, who throws it out to the right wing and now to the right corner. With it is Tyler Foster, puts it out to the top of the key to Jaden Gardner, leading scorer, averages of 19.8 points per game. Hasn't done much tonight for ECU. Gardner now with the ball in his hands, passes off to Fleming. Back to Gardner now. Fleming trying to drive baseline. Gardner, deep 2 from the left elbow. No good. Rebounded, ripped away from the glass by Fabian White. In transition now, Robinson with the ball from behind the arc on the right side for Houston. 16.5 left. Robinson looking for the open man, finds Brooks. Now passing around left wing outside. This is Davis Jr. Davis Jr. guarded, passes it out. Deep 3 by Armani Brooks, and is nothing but net. Wow, he takes the 3 and hits it home right there. Nothing but a swoosh, and it's 60-26. Cougars just demolishing East Carolina right now. With 16:02 left. Looks like we got a foul by Houston down on the low post on the screen. But yeah, this whole Houston Cougars team just putting on a clinic tonight. ECU will inbound it. 16 minutes left. The largest home winning streak in the nation for the Houston Cougars looks like it will be 29. Deep 2 from the left baseline, cannot go. Rebounded by Houston. It's Robinson at the top of the key dribbling, now trying to take it inside. Cuts it back outside, left corner. 3 no good by White, but stripped away from the glass. Brady with the offensive board for Houston. Robinson with the ball, passes it off to White in the low post. White trying to back his way in there, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line once again for 2. So Fabian White guarded by Spasesovic. Inside, backing his way in there. Spasesovic with the shooting foul. Fabian White will be sent to the line for Houston as the number 17 team in the nation, just completely demolishing ECU in every phase of the game whatsoever tonight. So we have a timeout on the floor. We'll get to the free throws when we get back from the TV commercial. Timeout, as we'll have Fabian White Jr. to the line in a couple minutes, but I'll update you guys with the score. But it's all ECU in this one. $60 to 26. Big lead for the Cougars. So we'll look to these stats right here. See who the top scorer is for Houston. It would be Armani Brooks, 4 for 6 from behind the arc in this game, 14 points. Corey Davis Jr., 4 for 7 from behind the arc for Houston, 12 points. Looks like Fabian White, he's 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He's going to shoot some more once we get back from the break. He's got 7 points. And then bench points for Houston, still at 16 points. Cedric Alley Jr. is 6. Dejan Jarreau is 5. Nate Hinton is 5. 6 points by Breon Brady. Galen Robinson Jr. He got his 500th assist today as a Houston Cougar. So he moves up to number 6 in the all-time leading assists at the University of Houston. He has 7 assists and 5 points tonight, as he hit his only 3-pointer from behind the arc. He's 1 for 1 today. This has just been total dominance by the Houston Cougars tonight. They started off the first half an 11-0 run, and they're looking like it will continue to either 12 or 13 right now as White's to the line. First one, as of now it's a 12-0 run. 61-26. Hits down his first free throw. And here's the second one, and it goes down 73% from the line. He is 6 for 7 tonight for Fabian White Jr. as they have a 62-26 lead. Out-rebounding East Carolina by double, 28-14 in this game. That also to note as well. Every single phase for Houston, just dominating ECU, as that pass low into the baseline, taken by Jaden Gardner down low underneath the basket, and he just puts his left foot on the baseline, and he steps out of bounds, and it's another turnover for the Pirates. So Houston has the ball. 15 minutes left in the second. Passing around or outside. Now at the free throw line and kicks it back outside. And another 3 goes down, and the shooting clinic continues. 65-26. Armani Brooks is 5 for 7 from behind the arc in this one. Houston putting on an absolute shooting clinic today with a 3-ball. East Carolina with it. Down by a bunch of points. Tyler Foster now from the top of the key passes it off to Gardner. Gardner averages 19.8 points per game. Doesn't have that today as the shot falls. A deep 2 goes down for ECU. Still down 65-28. 14-20 left. Past the timeline for Galen Robinson Jr. Already has 500 career assists as a Houston Cougar. 6th on the all-time Houston list. Deep 2 goes down for Houston. 67-28. Another shot goes down by Fabian White Jr. 14 minutes left. ECU with the ball. At the free throw line, jumper. That one no good by Jaden Gardner. Shooting woes continuing for ECU. Down by a bunch. Houston with the ball. It's Robinson. Dribbling baseline, kicks it back outside. Left wing behind the arc for Armani Brooks. He'll set up the offense, and Robinson gets the ball in his hands now as they slow down the tempo. And Robinson dribbling inside and kicks it back outside to White. 6 on the shot clock. Ball into the hands of Davis, and he's fouled as he's tripped by an ECU player. ECU picks up their 4th team foul of the half. So all Houston 67-28. As the leading scorer by a huge margin on this East Carolina team, that will be Jaden Gardner, takes a seat on the bench with 13:27 left to go in the second. So Houston will inbound the ball. New set of shot clock after the foul. Robinson passes it off. This is Hinton now. 3-ball for Hinton. No good. It hit the top of the rim. Almost getting back in at the net, but it rimmed out. Rebounded by East Carolina. 13:10 left. As the ball goes into the hands of Seth Leday in the low post with a spin move. Couldn't get anything in there. Kicks it back outside. Goes back to the Leday. Guarded by 3 defenders. Top of the key 3. Non-contested, and they miss it off the top of the rim as the shooting woes have been a nightmare tonight for the Pirates. Rebounded by Houston as Galen Robinson Jr., top of the key, kicks it back outside. Will they shoot another 3? Or what will they do? They're up 67-28. Baseline here with the ball for Houston, trying to dribble. Baseline spin shot, no good by Brisson Gresham. Rebounded by the Pirates. Going up 2-on-1, and he's rejected. But East Carolina gets the rebound and the putback off the glass. So Isaac Fleming trying to take it inside with a right hand was rejected. Couldn't get that one to fall, but the offensive board was there, and a little bit of help makes this game 67-30. We got ourselves a timeout on the floor. Total domination by the Houston Cougars as they take their first timeout here. As it looks like with 12:18 left to go in the second, that Houston will be moving on to a record of 19-1 in the nation, and they'll go 6-1 in American Conference play. I'll update you guys on the score on this one by Houston, out on a roll in there. Been doing it hot from behind the arc. So yeah, up by 37 for Houston. We'll look at these team stats here. Houston shooting from the floor. That shooting percentage is 23 for 31 shooting. The percentages 56.1% shooting from the floor compared to East Carolina shooting 33% right now. And they're 14 for 42 shooting from the floor for ECU. From the three-point line, the nightmare tonight, shooting the ball from the three-point line as nothing's been going down for the Pirates. 1 for 13, good for 7.7% shooting percentage from behind the arc for the Pirates. Houston, on the other hand, sinking almost everything, 73.7% tonight from the three-point line, 14 for 19 from behind the arc for Houston. As this has just been Cougar domination here at home, as they'll improve to 29 wins in a row at home. That is still the largest active home winning streak in the nation. Big one here in this category is the total assists tonight. 18 for Houston, 7 for ECU. Houston also out-rebounding ECU 30-17. And it's been done from behind the arc by that guy, number 3 for Houston, Armani Brooks. He has 17 points tonight, 5 for 7 from behind the arc. He also has 6 rebounds as well. So Houston with the ball in the inbounds pass. They are up 67-30, 12-10 left. As Jerome kicks it back outside for the 3-ball again, and everything is heading tonight for the Cougars. 12 minutes left. You got a 40-point lead, 70-30. 15 for 20 from behind the arc. East Carolina with the ball working inside to get it in the low post at 70-32. 11:48 left in the second. This shooting clinic's been amazing. Robinson throws the ball out, and they kick it back outside again with it. Giroux outside to inside. He's dribbling. He's stripped in the lane, and 2 bodies go down for it. ECU recovers it, and they get it past the timeline. Huge lead for the Cougars, 70-32. As they work their way inside, East Carolina now working back outside with it at the left wing. And they go for the jumper. Cannot get it to fall for Tyler Foster for ECU. Yeah, he's fouled, though, by Houston. They pick up their 3rd team foul of the half with 11:16 left. There's Tyler Foster. Looks like he got followed by Brishan Gresham, the sophomore forward for Houston. So from the line, here's the first one, and he hits it, is Tyler Foster for East Carolina. 54% shooting from the line this season, as ECU is down 70-33. As Houston putting on this total domination, just getting some subs in this game with some playing time. Landon Gosling coming into the game. The second one could not fall for ECU on the free throw. Looks like they'll get a 3rd, though, from the line for Tyler Foster. Down 70-33. Foster has 5 points tonight. Second one, it rims out as it's battled for, rebounded by Houston. They got some subs in the game as Galen Robinson Jr. comes out of the game. He's off the bench since they have a nice, comfortable 37-point lead. Stolen by ECU on a 2-on-1 break, and he missed a slam dunk. Couldn't get easier than that on the fast break, and he just overshot the left-hand slam dunk and hit the top of the backboard rim, as everything cannot go right for the Pirates tonight. But there was another shooting foul committed by Houston, so ECU will go back to the line. Looks like Isaac Fleming tried to dribble inside where he was tied up upon, so he's back at the line. The first one by Fleming, it goes down, so it's 70-34. 11 minutes left. Houston closing in on 19-1 on their record and 6-1 in American League play. Second shot goes down for ECU, down by 35. As Houston has the largest active home winning streak in the nation with 28 wins, looking for their 29th most likely. They just turned it over to a lob pass inside, touched by East Carolina, but last touched out by Houston. So ECU will get the ball back. Still a large margin to come by for these Pirates, down by 35. The pass goes around the perimeter to the top of the key now at the free throw line. Right wing 3, and it's off the mark. Cannot hit anything from the 3-point range tonight for ECU. Rico Quinton missed that one. So now Houston gets the rebound, and now they're slowing down the tempo. It's Dejan Giroux with the ball. Leaves it open, left wing. Landon Gosling now to the left elbow. Kicks it back outside. He's in for the game for Galen Robinson Jr. now. So Gosling's the new point guard. As looks like Giroux kicks it back outside, and it's stolen. Taking it, trying to take it home to the rack, and that left-hand jam goes down for ECU. Is Settle Day. So a little bit of a run here for ECU, and it's something they've not done today. Still down 70-37, 9:50 left as Houston easily has this win under control. Giroux trying to dribble inside the key, and he's fouled with 9:43 left. So Dejan Giroux will go to the line to shoot, or Nate Hinton was the one driving. So Dejan Giroux is number 13. Hinton is 11. So it was 11 he was driving inside. So it is Hinton. He's going to the line. 85.4% free throw shooter from the line this season for Nate Hinton, as Houston is up 70-37. Make that 71. The second one from the line by Hinton, and it goes down, making it 72-37, 9:42 left to go. As the ball's into the hands of Fleming for ECU. Passes it over left wing. Deshaun Wade in the game now for ECU. Passes it over to the right wing. It's Isaac Fleming with it. Fleming kicks it back out to Quinton. Now with the ball, Seth Leday trying to take it inside off the glass. Too strong to put back. Goes home, though, for Rico Quinton, who gets the offensive board and the putback in for ECU. So right there, the jumper just too strong off the glass. But the putback goes home as he bakes it at 72-37. Houston with the ball, 9:12 left to go. Cedric Alley Jr. has it, kicks it into the hands. And East Carolina gets the rebound. And Houston looks like they committed a shooting foul. East Carolina tried to drive inside there. I think it was Seth Leday. Let's see. Yes, the ball in the hands of number 3, which is Leday, driving inside the paint, and Houston picks up the foul right there. As we got 8:56 left. ECU at the line. This is Leday. And the first one hits. Leday on the season, 65.3 shooting percent from the line. Second one for Leday, and that one goes down. 72-39. Houston up with 8:50 left as the ball goes past the timeline. It's in the hands of Dejan Jarrell, who's trying to spin move inside, and the ball stripped away and stolen. East Carolina trying to take it to the rack, and they do lay it in. A left-hand layup off the glass, and is good for Seth Leday, down 41-72 for the Pirates. As a timeout is called on the floor by Houston, but big lead here with 8:32. I'll update the score here in the chat. Houston looking to extend their home winning streak to 29 as they get the largest home winning streak currently in the nation at 28. Looking for number 29 as they are up by 31 here at home at the Fertitta Center with a timeout on the floor. And I'll update the chat. ECU 41. Houston 72. $8:18 left. So we look to the upcoming schedule for Houston. They got Tulsa next, which on January 2nd, Houston beat Tulsa. Tulsa came into that game with an 11-3 record. Now Tulsa is 12-7 overall. So they play Tulsa on Sunday at 2 p.m. They beat them back on the 2nd of January, 74-56. Houston has the ball now at the left wing. Shoots it back outside to the top of the key and to the outside or right corner 3. No good. A rare miss for Houston in the second half from the outside, but they get the offensive board. 3 ball, and it's short. As that shot by Landon Gosling, the new point guard coming in for Galen Robinson, as he could not connect. He airballed the 3, goes out of bounds, and ECU gets it back. 8:10 left. Taken past the timeline on the left side. So Sean Williams with it, passes it off. Seth Leday back to Williams. Leday works it down to the low post where he passes it to Rico Quinton. Ball stripped away. 2-on-1, fast break, and the bounce pass to Landon Gosling, and then he tried to lay it inside, and he was pushed inside, so Landon Gosling will go to the line for 2. Houston up 72-41. Big lead for the Cougars here at home with 7:53 left in the second. So let's check this college basketball scoreboard. We'll see what happened at the end of the night. Oh, so this game's not even ending yet. So number 1, Tennessee, is in overtime against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt trying to look for their first conference win in SEC play. They're 0-5 so far in the SEC, 9-8 overall, going up against the number one team in the nation, the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee is up 84-82 with 33 seconds left. To the other top 25 games going on, LSU beat Georgia in SEC play earlier today, 92-82. LSU back in the top 25. At number 25, Marquette was down early against the DePaul Blue Demons, but they came back, as looks like Marquette's up at halftime, 40-27. Curious to see what Marcus Howard's done for Marquette so far. As a couple of weeks ago, he dropped 53 points in the win against Creighton. Kid's unbelievable. Just he sinks almost anything he hits from the outside. See how he does so far in the half year. He has 10 points so far at halftime against DePaul. So it looks like we are back to Houston here in the final 7 minutes and 53 seconds of this game, as the Cougars have had a very comfortable lead throughout most of this, and 72-41 they're up currently. And the last play before we went to the commercial break was a foul by East Carolina, shooting foul. So Landon Gosling at the line coming off the bench. He hits his first free throw, 68% from the line this season, hits his first. Here's a second, rims out, and it's an offensive board for Houston, so they get it back with a new shot clock. 7:45 left to go in the second, 73-41. Houston is up. The ball goes around the perimeter, trying to drive inside, try to float it over the top was Dejan Jarreau. Couldn't get it, though, and into the hands of ECU. Going up the other way, past the timeline for ECU to the left wing three by ECU, and it does not go. Didn't even hit any part of the rim, as it was short right of that, hit the bottom of the backboard into the hands of Houston. Now with it is Jarreau, and Hinton with the ball at the top of the key for Houston. Almost got tied up with it, but no, couldn't get it. And Gosling tried to drive inside, get stripped of the ball. ECU up in transition, and they get it to fall. First one couldn't go for KJ Davis, but with a little bit of help, Seth Leday there for the tip-in for the Pirates. Still down by 30. 6:56 left to go. The ball is past the timeline for the Cougars. Left wing, thrown inside of the low post, backing his way in the low post is Brisson Gresham, as his jumper hits the rim short, but there's a shooting foul called by ECU. They'll pick up their 8th team foul on the night, as Brisson Gresham right there backing his way inside against Rico Quinton. First shot from the line by Gresham, no good. Brisson Gresham, he's actually tied second in the conference right now in blocks. He has 1.6 blocks on the season. Second free throw from the line goes down for Gresham. They're up by 31. The Houston Cougars are trying to make this a 19-1 season so far. ECU has a dribbling baseline, kicks it back out to the top of the key three, and it goes down. So finally, a three-pointer hits from the outside. Looks like it's Rico Quinton who hit that one down. So boost up the percentage. It goes up from 7% to 13% just on that three-pointer by ECU. And Houston gets the ball back. Up by 28, 74-46. Houston with it, driving inside, and no good, but the putback on the offensive boards and a slam down by Gresham. So Dejan Jarreau misses the lay-in too hard off the top of the backboard, but Brisson Gresham, where you need him, off the rebound and slams it home. East Carolina with the ball, dribbling baseline, kicks it back outside. Another three, and looks like before that, another turnover by the Pirates as they stepped on the baseline down in the low post underneath the basket. So they turned the ball over again. Houston gets it on the inbounds. 5:45 left to go. And now left corner with its Gosling. Now inside the key. Feeds it back outside to the right wing. And the ball was tipped up in the air. Stolen by ECU. Oh, what a block. But there was a looks like a push-off by Seth Leday, but what a swat there by Houston. As Leday tried to drive inside, it looks like it was Landon Gosling who tried to take the charge there, and he does. So it's a charge called. Seth Leday charged with a foul as he tried to dribble inside. Landon Gosling put himself in position to take the charge. So offensive foul by ECU. Ball goes back to Houston. 5:20 left. Houston with the ball and passing around the perimeter. Now to the right corner and feeds the ball down inside the key, and just another foul called by the Pirates as they get their 10th of the night, and that means double bonus time from the free throw line for Houston, as this night's mostly been a learning experience here by ECU, down against the number 17 team in the nation, 76-46. Nate Hinton from the line, 85% on the season, hits his first. All Cougars from the very start in this one. Here's the second one for the line by Hinton. It goes down, up by 32. Past the timeline for ECU. 5:05 left to go in the second. Now they got it at the top of the key. It's with Justice Obasahan now off the bench into the game. Top of the key, 3 by Obasahan. And it rims out, rebounded by Hinton of Houston. 4:50 left. Hinton trying to take it inside, kicks it back outside, right corner 3, and nothing but net for Cedric Alley Jr. For the Cougars, putting on a clinic tonight. They're up 81-46 with 4:36 left. And after the game, I just cannot wait to see what these shooting percentages are with the total box score for this one. Is Houston 16 for 24 from behind the arc, good for 67% 3-point conversion on their shots. 3-pointer for East Carolina could not fall, couldn't even hit the rim, hit the low part of the backboard towards the right side, rebounded by Houston. 4:10 left, kicked back outside, now trying to dribble baseline inside, and it goes down for Gresham, who puts it in 2 hands. Landon Gosling dribbling baseline with an assist, feeding Brisson Gresham with a 2-pointer inside. 83-46. Houston up big time. Top of the key here for Rico Quinton, as the pass goes off to Tyler Foster for East Carolina. Back inside to Quinton, kicks it back outside. Top of the key, 3 for ECU, and that bucket tonight just not friendly for the purple and yellow jerseys, as it's another missed 3-pointer. Oh man, blowing by everybody's Nate Hinton, and he goes in with a right hand, just blew by 2 defenders. 85-46. Looks like Houston just stole the inbound pass, and I think there was a foul by East Carolina on the play, so nothing going ECU's way tonight. Houston in control throughout the entire game, as we got a stoppage in play here. Update the score for you guys. 46-85. Houston rolling to a 19-1 record at home. So let's see these box score stuff here for the team leaders in scoring. We'll do box score for who's got the most points here. It goes to Armani Brooks, who has 17 points for Houston, 5 for 7 from behind the arc. Corey Davis Jr. has 12 points, 4 for 7 from behind the arc. Galen Robinson Jr. now on the bench, as he had 5 points, 7 assists, as he made career number 500 in total assists in his all-time Houston record. So he moves into number 6 into the Houston list of all-time assist leaders here for the Houston basketball program. Fabian White Jr. has 11 points for Houston. 12 points off the bench by Cedric Alley Jr., 4 for 5 from behind the arc. So we look to the leading scorers for East Carolina. Well, Jaden Gardner is number 1 in the conference for points per game on average. He averages around 19.8 points per game. Today, he's held well below that, only has 8 points today. As the leading scorer for East Carolina, looks like it's Seth Leday. He has 2 steals and 12 points, also 5 rebounds on the night. As we look at these standings, it's Houston at the clear top with Cincinnati. Only loss that Houston had this season was at Temple, playing against them in Philadelphia. Temple's 4-1 in the conference, as we have like a top tier, couple of teams in the top tier of conference in this conference, and then a lot of teams on the bottom. Right now, Cincinnati 16-3, 5-1 on the season. First shot from the line by Landon Gosling of Houston. He missed that. Second one goes down, and that one's good. So it's 86-46. 40-point lead for the Cougars with 3:20 left. So yeah, UCF has the tallest player in all of college basketball, Taco Fall. He's 7'6", so he's in the conference as well. Central Florida is 4-1 overall. Top of the key 3 by ECU, and no good. Rebounded by Houston with 3:02 left. So yeah, Houston's yet to play Central Florida. They've yet to play Cincinnati, and they have another game against Temple next week, the team that beat them. So they get the revenge game against Temple, as the ball goes inside. No good on the first shot by Chris Harris, but the rebound in the tip-in goes in. So Houston's up by 42, largest lead in the night, 88-46, 2:36 left. Taken past the timeline for ECU. Into the hands of Justice Obasahan off the bench for the Pirates. Passes the ball off to Deshaun Wade, and three-pointer no good by Rico Quinton, and the whole team of Houston was there to rebound that one, and finally somebody did. So Houston goes past the timeline, the 2:15 left. Trying to reach 90 points for the Cougars tonight. Let's see if they can. They're up 88-46. Stoppage in time here with 2:11 left. Looks like Houston might get a couple of their younger players and bench players in the game. Looks like Caleb Brudeau is set to come in the game for the first time today for the Cougars, as the stoppage in time was because of a foul by East Carolina. Houston to the line, hits their first up 89-46. So Caleb Brudeau coming into the game for Cedric Alley Jr. Brudeau, the freshman center from Midland, Michigan. Coming out of the game for ECU, looks like it's Deshaun Wade. And to the free throw line for a second one's Landon Gosling. Hits both of them, so they get to the 90 spot on the board, 90-46. Total domination by Houston, as they'll extend the winning streak to 29 with the last 2 minutes of play here. ECU at the right corner to the right wing, and now to the top of the key, passing the ball. Ball almost stolen away by John Whitley in the game for ECU. So now they have the ball outside left wing with Tyler Foster. Kicks it back out to Rico Quinton. Pass it off to Whitley. Quinton, top of the key 3, and the not friendly rim here in Houston continues that way for East Carolina, as the 3-ball misses into the hands of Houston. Trying to drive in between defenders was Gosling. Couldn't get it, but he is fouled, and back to the line he goes with 1:28. Landon Gosling here, dribbling inside between 2 defenders. And he picks up, as East Carolina gets charged with the shooting foul. So Gosling back to the line for Houston. And he continues that free throw streak. Hits the first one, 91-46. Second shot from the line. And it's good as well. 92-46. So this East Carolina team, who play the top tier of teams in the American real close, is getting blown out here. Top of the key 3, and he hits it At a 3 or a deep 2. Let's see if his foot was on the line for ECU. But it should be 92 to 48 or 49, depending on the scoreboard. Once they mark it, they haven't yet. Landon Gosling dribbling inside, too strong off the backboard. Rebounded on the offensive board. Couldn't get that one, but saved before it goes out of bounds by Caleb Brudeau. And they still save it for Houston. 50 seconds left, trying to dribble baseline. Gosling. Baseline jumper from the 2 from the left. No good by Brudeau, and rebounded by East Carolina. 3 ball from the outside, and no good. Rebounded by Houston. 36 seconds left. I believe there's another foul by East Carolina on the play. They're just way over the limit for team fouls tonight. So, yeah, I'm just going to check that score. 92 to 46. It should be, yeah. 92 to 46 right now. 36 seconds left. They updated it. So, yeah, I thought there was a basket scored in between. There was a 3-point shot. It looked to be, but looked like his foot was on the line too. So they call it a 2. Both of the shots from the line also go down for Gosling. 94-48. East Carolina now with 30 seconds left. Past the timeline with the ball. And we get 26 left. It's the deep 2. Misses. Offensive board, though, by Quinton inside the low post and kicks it back outside. 18 seconds left. And that just sums up the night. Shot rejected. The jump shot blocked by Houston. 10 seconds left. ECU is driving inside. Houston picks up the foul. So East Carolina just trying to see if they can get to 50 points here. But Houston are ready to pack it up, and they'll be on the 29-game home winning streak. Largest active streak in the nation after ECU shoots their free throws. John Whitley at the line hits his first. 94-49. Here's the second one. Second one falls as well. 94 to 50. So ECU gets the 50 spot on the board, and that's about it. Just dribbling with it to the timeline as the coaches shake hands. And this game is final. Houston 94. East Carolina 50. Blowout here in Houston as the Houston Cougars win this one as they move on to 19-1 overall in the season, 6-1 in the American, 15-0 at home this season. Now have a win streak of 4 on the season as they won 4 in a row. And now they have their 29th straight win at home, the largest active home winning streak in the nation for these Houston Cougars. And Kelvin Sampson, 5th season at Houston, picks up his 102nd win as coach as a Houston Cougar. And this team is dangerous. Last year they went into the March Madness tournament as a 6th seed. They lost to Michigan last year at the buzzer. Michigan went all the way to the national championship where they lost to Villanova. So I'm going to update you guys on the score. This game just went final. ECU gets blown out by 44 at Houston. The win streak continues at home for the Houston Cougars. 29 wins in a row. Largest win streak in all of college basketball. As we look to the schedule for Houston, so the next 2 games, they're at Tulsa. Tulsa started out conference play 11-3 overall. They've fallen back to 12-7. That game's on Sunday at 2 p.m. as Houston previously beat Tulsa 74-56 back on January 2nd. The other game, the only team that's beat Houston so far is Temple. They'll get them again next Thursday at 7 p.m. This time, instead of playing at Philadelphia, they'll be back home in Houston against Temple. It's 14-4 right now as the Temple Owls, the only team to defeat Houston so far this season. But we look towards that conference schedule. Houston still has yet to face Cincinnati. Cincinnati 16-3 overall, 5-1 in the American League standings. Has both of those games against Cincinnati. Houston will host Cincinnati Sunday, February 10th at 4 p.m. And then they'll be on the road at Cincinnati, last game of the regular season before the American Conference Tournament begins on March 10th. That game Sunday, March 10th at noontime in Cincinnati. So they still yet to play Cincy in the conference. A couple of other teams that they haven't played in the conference as we'll look towards this American League standing. So 19-1, 6-1 overall for the Houston Cougars. Temple as well, 4-1 in the conference, 14-4 overall. They've yet to play Memphis or UCF so far. Both of those teams are 4-1 as well in conference play. Memphis 12-6 overall, UCF's 14-3 overall. UCF has the tallest player in all college basketball right now, Taco Fall, who's 7'6" from Senegal. But that basically wraps it up here tonight. Houston, total domination. I'll get you guys those stats before I leave, actually, because I'm curious myself what they shot from behind the arc. That was just incredible. So Houston, 66.7% shooting from behind the three-point line. They hit 16 out of their 24 shots from three-point range today compared to East Carolina. That rim was not friendly to the Pirates at all tonight. They shot a lonely 2 for 22 from behind the arc, good for 9.1%. But that's basically it for tonight. Play-by-play all season long with live reactions. Houston dominating by 44, 94-50 over East Carolina. And tomorrow we got a great game tomorrow night as well, 9 p.m. tip-off. It's the Washington Huskies, the only undefeated team out of the Pac-12, will be taking on the Oregon Ducks, as Oregon trying to look to rebound after their loss against Arizona State in the desert on Saturday, 9 p.m. For that one, the Pac-12 is currently up for grabs by anyone. But this is basically it for tonight. Houston 94, ECU 50. This has been a presentation of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And remember, like, share, and subscribe, and spread the word about my channel. This is it. Houston, big time winners in this one.